The green flag will be waved as soon as we get the OK. Engage gear. Told to watch the lights. Sidecars will be underway. The MC Locksmiths race over 4 laps, and it's a good start by everybody. Rob Bellis with a good start. I think Rob Bellis has got himself up to 3rd place, just in behind Greg Lambert, but we do have a retirement just here by us. That's a bit of a shame. We'll get the number on that, but back to Beth.
So the number 9 outfit of Kieran Clark and Andrew Johnson was just leading there as they went through. I tell you what, if the solo setting off is something to see, the sidecars are something else. But that was the number 9 outfit of Kieran Clark and Andrew Johnson just leading down here, Chris.
Just going to try and find out who the number is on that outfit, if possible. We can find out who has just retired here now. It is one of our newcomer pairings. Number 28, thank you very much for that. Well, that is a shame. So 28, Adam Holden and Trevor Johnson from Cottingham and Rochester, respectively. They are a retirement here on the start line, so they didn't make the start. But it was a pretty good start by the number 4 outfit of Rob Bellis and their Glenn Dawson on their 1200 BLR Imp. We're having a discussion about Imp engines as well, and we all remember them. If you're a man or a lady of a certain age, you'll remember those being cars, rear-engined in the cars as well. I remember one in the housing estate where I grew up. This old chap had one, a bluey, purpley sort of coloured one. We used to call him Flash because he drove that slow. And I thought to myself as I got older, and these Imp engines, how are they using them in sidecars? Bizarre. Kieran Clark, though, and Andrew Johnson on the KCR More Speed BMW. They were quickest in qualifying, and they're off the line pretty quick. But it's Rob Bellis who's on the move. Jack Griswood and Alice Smith. Jack and Alice have a retired, the definite retirement there on the sighting lap. This could be a belter, this, you know, because if Rob Bellis gets the bit between his teeth, Kieran Clark better watch out. Cross 4 ways, lap 1.
Yeah, sounds like a great start for Rob Bellis and Glenn Dawson out there. But, of course, Dave Molyneux and Dan Sale coming back into the mix of the Sidecar Classic. They were originally entered last year, weren't able to attend on that machine. So here come your leading sidecar machines here for sidecar racing. Here on the island of 2026 is Kieran Clark and Andrew Johnson, then Greg Lambert and Andrew Haynes, followed closely in tow by Dave Molyneux and Dan Sell there. So it's Clark and Johnson leading the way on the way through. Rob Bellis and Glenn Dawson just dropping a little bit back, just a couple of seconds back on that leading trio on the way through as well. Then there's a big gap to the rest of the field here. Got another machine making their way towards us. Just wait to look through the sun there just to get a confirmation. It is the number 92 outfit of Jason Rees and Shane Perry. So they're a fair few seconds off the pace of Rob Bellis and Glenn Dawson as well. 2 more interview before the travelling marshals in behind as well. We've got the Belgian pairing of Patrick Carls and Vincent van der Houten, and following in behind number 54 Danny Quirk and Kenny Cole on the way through as well. So Kieran Clark and Andrew Johnson leading the way across 4 ways on this opening lap, but right in behind them, keeping them honest, are Greg Lambert and Andrew Haynes in second. Then it's Dave Molyneux and Dan Sale in third, then dropping just a couple of seconds back, and despite that good start, Rob Bellis and Glenn Dawson on the 1200, the BLR Imp machine, and then dropping back even further, a fair few seconds further back, Rees and Perry. Back to you, Chris.
A flash of colour went across the bridge there now, and it is the number 9 outfit that leads. It's number 9 for 2 for number 69. So Kieran Clark and Andrew Johnson lead by 1.5 seconds for number 2 Dave Molyneux and Dan Sale on their Suzuki outfit. Then it's Greg Lambert, Andrew Haynes, as Rob Bellis and Glenn Dawson, they go through. Now they've dropped back about 9 seconds from Greg Lambert and Andrew Haynes there now. But Kieran Clark and Andrew Johnson, lap number 1 of 4 of this MC Locksmiths Sidecar Classic race number 1. They lead by 1.4 seconds for number 2 Dave Molyneux and Dan Sale. Another outfit, that's the Wanganui New Zealand pairing of Jason Rees and Shane Perry on their MRE BMW. Jason Rees and Ron and Trish Rees sponsoring that one as another outfit comes towards us. Oh, lovely. Patrick Carls goes through on the 11 outfit with Vincent van der Houten, the Belgian pairing, and number 54. He's going to be in retirement, Danny Quirk and Kenny Cole. So another previous winner is out. So we only have 6 outfits running there now. That is a shame. We lost 1 on the warm-up, and Danny Quirk and Kenny Cole, they pull out, and they will be returning back to the paddock, hopefully to fix it and ready for tomorrow. Kieran Clark, Andrew Johnson on the number 9 bike. The KCR More Speed BMW, the Eddie's Moto of a Tadcaster machine, the Tadcaster and Farnham pairing of Clark and Johnson. They lead by 1.5 seconds to Molyneux and Sale. Then it's about 0.9 back to Greg Lambert and Andy Haynes. Then it's 9 seconds back to Bellis and Dawson. 92 Jason Rees, Shane Perry in 5th place. About 18 seconds back off them. And Patrick Carls on the 11 bike, he drops in the 6th place. But Kieran Clark stretching it out there now. He did 90.008 in qualifying. What will he do? He's at cross 4 ways lap 2.
Is there are Kieran Clark and Andrew Johnson. Then a couple of seconds back here, Dave Molyneux and Dan Sale, and then also dropping a couple of seconds further back of Molyneux and Sale, Greg Lambert and Andrew Haynes. So that leading trio have just stretched out a little bit. Kieran Clark and Andrew Johnson, they're keeping up the pace there. As we heard from Chris Kinley when they came across Castletown bypass on the previous lap, Kieran Clark and Andrew Johnson, they had a 1.473 second gap over Molyneux and Sale. I think that stretched a little bit, and I think Rob Bellis and Glenn Dawson, who come past us now, they were 9 seconds off the pace of Lambert and Haynes. I would argue it's around the same there, so they have dropped off the leading trio there. Keep an eye out though, particularly for that battle for second between Dave Molyneux and Dan Sale and Greg Lambert and Andrew Haynes there. There's still not too much to choose between the two of them. I'll probably say about 3 outfit lengths or so just by a quick reckoning watching them come through here, but Kieran Clark and Andrew Johnson still leading. Great to see the newcomers still out there circulating, given how the attrition rate that we're seeing in this race at the moment, and one of those is this pairing from New Zealand, number 92 Jason Rees and Shane Perry. To you, Chris.
They have come a long way to race here on the hallowed roads of the Motorrad Billown circuit. But here's number 9. Have a listen. Well, Dave Molyneux definitely keeping him honest as well. The gap is 2.8 seconds. And Greg Lambert in third at the moment. Quickest lap of the race at 2 minutes 49.409. For your race leader, Kieran Clark and Andrew Johnson, 90.314. So they're only 1.3 mile an hour just outside their own lap record from 2023. But the lead they have at the front from number 2, Dave Molyneux and Daniel Sale, as number 4, Rob Bellis comes through. Glenn Dawson in the chair there for Rod. His quickest lap, 82.2. So Dave Molyneux and Dan Sale, 2.828 back from Kieran Clark and Andrew Johnson. And then Greg Lambert is another 4.2 seconds back. Let's call it 7 seconds back from the lead. So it's 4.2 in third place. Then it's Rob Bellis and Glenn Dawson. They're the only 4 outfits we have through so far. Quickest lap for Molyneux and Sale on that lap, 89.597. And the quickest lap on that lap, Greg Lambert and Andrew Haynes, 254.050. 87.906. Here's the New Zealand pair. Sounds nice. Jason Rees and Shane Perry, they go through their lap. That time was a 3 minute 21.721, 75.847. But Kieran Clark and Andrew Johnson, they'll be looking to stretch this lead. And like Grant Thompson in the last race, will he know what sort of pace to kind of do? And we know he's got the TT to think about, which all starts on Monday. So they'll be keeping maybe a little eye on that, as of course will Dave Molyneux. As we look up the road once more in the light that is starting to fade a little bit, we've still got a fair bit of daylight left. It's the 11 outfits of Patrick Carls and Vincent van der Hoyter. They go through. Back to our leaders at Cross Four Ways.
Here's Kieran Clark and Andrew Johnson. That gap's got a little bit bigger by my reckon on the Eddie's Moto Tag Caster outfit there to number 2, Dave Molyneux and Dan Sale there. So Kieran Clark and Andrew Johnson just stretching it a little bit in turn. Molyneux and Sale have opened up an even bigger gap here to Greg Lambert and Andrew Haynes here. So no change in the order of the front three, probably as expected as they came across Castletown bypass with Chris before there. But the gap's just slowly starting to edge out a little bit further there. As we mentioned on the previous lap as well, we did also get Patrick Carls and Vincent van den Hotter across the line as well. The number 11 outfit completing 6 of the 6 machines that are still out circulating out there. We await the arrival of Rob Bellis and Glenn Dawson as well. They were 21 seconds back on Lambert and Haynes on Castletown bypass. Here are Bellis and Dawson there. And in turn themselves, they're 34 seconds clear as of Castletown bypass of Jason Rees and Shane Perry there, the newcomer pairing we've mentioned a couple of times already there. So the field very much getting spread out as the light just starting to get a little bit lower. It won't necessarily be a problem for those drivers and passengers out there, as we've mentioned throughout the day, where the sun is as well. It's going to be behind them. Back to you, Chris.
Well, you're not going to miss the number 9 outfit as he blasts back into our view again. Andrew Johnson in the chair with Kieran Clark. Yeah, a little bit quicker that time at 2:49.070. Molyneux and Sale go through, not as quick that time. Lost about a second, about 0.4 of a second on that lap for Molyneux and Sale. The lead is 4.835 in Greg Lambert. Third place for Greg at the moment. Come on, Greggy. Last lap flag is now out. Andrew Haynes in the chair there. And Greg that time at 2:57 is the quickest lap at 2:54. But Kieran Clark and Andrew Johnson stretching that lead. 2 minutes 49.070, 90.495. So that's 1.2 mile an hour just outside that lap record. So it's 4.8 back to Molyneux and Sale. And then it's Lambert and Haynes. They are, let's call that 11 seconds. It's Rob Ellis, Glenn Dawson. They go through. And that is actually Rod and Glenn's quickest lap of the race on the 4 outfit at 3:04.259, 83.035 miles an hour. It's the New Zealand pairing we're going to look for next. The 92 pairing of Jason Rees and Shane Perry. As we said, their outfit, splendid, sounds great when it comes through here. Let's hope they can keep it going and get it back. And, of course, we do have another sidecar race tomorrow as well. Don't forget, tomorrow, busy day. Roads close at 1 o'clock tomorrow until no later than 6. And we got 6 races tomorrow to bring to you here on Manx Radio Motorsport. So we're looking up the road once more. What was the gap between them last time? It was a good little chunk, actually, to be fair. I can't hear them yet, and I can't see them yet. I'm keeping my eye on the bridge to see if I can see them coming. Here they are. And we'll go to Rob to get their leaders through in a moment. Yeah, nice and steady through for the 92 pairing. Back to Rob.
Yeah, and we also have Patrick Carls and Vincent van den Hoter again through on the last lap as well, keeping an eye on them. Here are your race leaders, Kieran Clark and Andrew Johnson. It's been a commanding start, looking towards, hopefully from their perspective, a commanding finish. Dave Molyneux and Dan Sale as well. So a couple of seconds further back, the gap was 4.8 seconds at Castletown Bypass. They may have just eked into that a little bit of Molyneux and Sale, but of course it's a lot to ask going into the latter stages of this final lap as well. But Molyneux and Sale have certainly sailed well clear of Greg Lambert and Andrew Haynes. However, as it stands for Greg Lambert and Andrew Haynes, it is going to be a podium place for them. It has been a bit of an attritional race, hasn't it? We've seen a couple of retirements, a couple of non-starters as well in this particular class as well. So to get these sidecar classics back in as well, given the fact they've had more limited time than a couple of the classes as well, because they didn't get that first qualifying session last night. So they'll be just glad, I think, just to get out and turn the wheel in anger, I suppose, as well. So just a reminder, Kieran Clark and Andrew Johnson still leading on this final lap. They're probably still around 5 seconds clear of Dave Molyneux and Dan Sale, who in turn are pulling clear of Lambert and Haynes. Here comes Rob Bellis and Glenn Dawson as well. Back to you, Chris.
So the number 11 outfit of Carls and Van der Hoyter, they come through, but here's going to be your race winner. It's number 9. He's going to win. Kieran Clark, Andrew Johnson, across the line they go. The quickest lap on the last lap, 2:49.068, 90.496. And Dave Molyneux, quicker lap on the last lap as well. He comes home in second on the Suzuki, 2 minutes 50.596, 89.686. The winning margin at the end is 6.363 seconds. So a quicker lap for Kieran Clark and Andrew Johnson. And Greg Lambert home in third place with Andy Haynes. He gives Andy a little tap on the crash helmet as he went past us there as well. So bringing it home again for Greg Lambert. Well done to Greggy there. The next outfit through should be number 4-1 of Rob Bellis and Glenn Dawson. They should be coming over the bridge any moment now. But a win for Kieran Clark and Andrew Johnson. Well done to them. They go into the history books again as we look up the road once more to see the blue outfit with the white background and the black number board. Here he comes. Rob Bellis is coming through. And he crosses the line now, does Ron, and he comes home in that fourth position. And his quickest lap there again, he got quicker as the race went on, 3:03.964, 83.168 a mile an hour. Dave Molyneux, Dan Sale's quickest lap was on lap 4 as well, at 2:50.5, 89.686. And Greg Lambert and Andy Haynes, their quickest lap was actually on lap number 2 with a 2:54.050. But it's going to be an interesting interview. It always is with Kieran. He's always got a good word to say, always speaks very, very well, and he gets another win around the Motor Isle Billown circuit. As we look up the road, it'll be Jason Rees and Shane Perry we've got to look for next on the 92 outfit. Let's hope after coming all that way for New Zealand they can bring this outfit home, and I hope they get a good cheer when they come in down there at the winners' enclosure around the paddock area. The return road, we're just stretching our ears just to hear if we can hear or see, is that the right thing to say? See or hear the outfit coming through. And then we got one more after them, will be Patrick Carls on the 11 outfit. And Ali gives us the thumbs up. Jason Rees, here they come, folks. Come on, where are they now? Let's hope they're going to get this finish through. Here they come, they're going to get the finish. Well done, guys. Come a long way from New Zealand. Well done. That's brilliant. That's what it's all about. Jason Rees and Shane Perry, they're home. We're just waiting for Patrick Carls to come through. Let's get to our top 3 and Beth.
Well done, boys.
Yeah, we're just standing here with Greg Lambert and Andrew Haynes, and the team have just come down here sporting some rather fantastic headwear. Just standing next to that outfit, Greg, you can feel the heat coming off it.
Yeah, she's pretty warm now. You know, it was a bit of a hot pace at the beginning, but then Andy trapped his hand in the wheel, so he's caught his thumb badly in the wheel, but he's all right. But he's done well to hang on there and just trying hard with everybody. It was a good run. It was a lovely evening for it. It was good. I right enjoyed that. Yeah.
Tell you what, absolutely brilliant to see here. Let's just have a quick word with Andrew. Are you doing okay there? You were doing well to cling on, Greg said.
Yeah, it was all good fun. All good fun. I mean, it's great to be out there with Dave and Kieran and Dan and Andrew as well. So, yeah, all good.
And brilliant to see you back here on the Isle of Man. We know how much you love it.
Yeah, I love the Southern 100. I'm just dead chuffed to be on podium here. It's just like the pre-TT means so much to me. It really does. And it was just like, it's just a shame Andy caught his thumb there in Wheel. But yeah, he still got it, so we're all good to go next week as well.
Are you okay?
Yeah, it's fine. It's just when you come into cross four ways, there's a really sort of little left kink in a bike that's heavy like this. You need to get over left a little bit. And I was just checking the chair wheel was still going around.
Well done to both of you. Third place there, Greg Lambert and Andrew Haynes. And speaking of partnerships at work and that we've seen many times before here, Dave Molyneux and Dan Sale. Dave, talk us through that one.
Well, it was a bit weird. We went out in practice and it was slow and it just wasn't doing what we expected it to do. I hoped it would do. Anyway, we got brave with it, jetted it right down to the bare threads, and 9 seconds quicker. God, didn't expect it, but it's just really good fun to come and ride.
And your boy Dan did okay?
Oh, excellent, yeah. We've done about 3 rides on this bike, never anything in anger like that. And it's just good fun and great start to the week for Kieran and Andy. And for Greg, they've all just got a great start to the week.
And for you, Dan, how are you feeling right now?
Yeah, not bad. A couple of old boys, is it, really? No, it was good. Like I say, we've only rode this a handful of times, and it's just, we're learning the way with it. It's totally different, absolutely totally different. But it's, like I say, it's just a couple of old boys mucking around, isn't it?
Good to see that smile on your face. And let's go and speak to the first place, Kieran Clark, Andrew Johnson. We know how much you love racing down here. You are obviously the lap record holders from 2023. How was that for you today, Kieran?
It was good fun, yeah. I could see Dave behind us and I just thought, just keep going as we are. He'll keep trying, and he's gone 9 seconds quicker than he did earlier, so we might have to try a bit harder again tomorrow just to keep him at bay.
That's it, the work is not done yet. Andrew, how was it from your point of view?
Fantastic to be back, and really good to finish a race here. So obviously we had 2 cut short in 23, so nice to make the line.
It really is. And I was talking about your outfit beforehand. I mean, so distinctive. Nobody's going to miss you in that.
No, as you could do with a paint job, it's fading a bit, but it's still bright enough at this time of night.
We keep talking about the team that gets you here, the people that make it all happen, and obviously you've got great people around you.
Yeah, we've got a bunch of sponsors. We've got some here. We've got engine builder behind you here. Yeah, everyone helps. Team manager, Jack. So yeah, we've got a great bunch of people.
And it's a great start, as you say. We're obviously that race tomorrow, but then looking ahead to TT as well.
Yes, we're off to TT. That's going to be good. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. There's some big changes this year. We've got to run a restrictor plate and standard pump fuel. So it'll be interesting how it sort of balances it all out. I can't wait.
Brilliant. Well done. That is our first place pairing of Kieran Clark and Andrew Johnson for the first sidecar race, the MC Locksmiths Sidecar Race 1. We'll be having the presentation very shortly. It is Mark Corrin who will be doing that presentation. The podium people just being ushered up onto the platform here. But honestly, this number 9 machine, it almost makes me, Chris, want to have a go, but not quite maybe.
I can arrange it at the Derby Day at the Manx Grand Prix and later on in the year. It's not a problem, you know. If you speak to Greg Lambert, like Rob Pritchard, he could get you in it.
I tell you what, well, Rob had a go and Rob loved it. So, I mean, that is the risk, isn't it? I might find that this is actually the sort of thing that I should be doing, hey? The podium is just about set here. We have got, as I say, Mark Corrin from MC Locksmiths, who is going to do the presentation for the MC Locksmiths Sidecar Race 1. Absolutely brilliant. So great to see the sidecars out here on the Billown course. Everybody loves them. Such a spectacle. In third place, from Scotland and Hull, Greg Lambert and Andrew Haynes. Always so distinctive in their pink and yellow leathers and do so much for the sport. In second place from the Isle of Man, from Andreas and Sulby, Dave Molyneux and Dan Sale. And now your MC Locksmiths Sidecar Race 1 winners, Kieran Clark and Andrew Johnson. So smiles all round down here, Chris. Absolutely fantastic way to end the first day of racing for the Pre-TT Classic Road Races here in Billown.
And thank you very much to Beth down there and the team down there at the start of the winners' enclosure and also the Parc Fermé. Rob, if you still got your ears on there, just your thoughts very quickly before we close out here on Manx Radio Motorsport, your thoughts on today's action.
Yeah, it's been great to just get things back underway, hasn't it? And we started off with a bang, didn't we, in the singles race, that battle between Will Loader and Mike Owen, and that set the tone, really, didn't it, going into the 1100cc race. What a battle we had toward the end there. Andy Hornby with that late move in the last lap at Cross Four Ways just seemed to be biding his time as well. There was a lot of experience between those three riders out the front of that as well. Made for some great racing. We've had battles all over the place as well. Mentioned a few of them throughout the race, and I think it's quite rightly so as well, because they'll be enjoying it, even if they're not in the battle for the podiums or the top spot or whatever. They'll be enjoying it just as much out there to be getting involved in some of the friendly dicing that goes on around the Billown course as well. And to see the sidecars going out there, as Beth said, for those around the course, they are great entertainment indeed, and great to see those classic machines out there once again as well. And we get to look forward to more racing tomorrow, don't we? 6 races, I believe it is as well. So another busy afternoon ahead. Well, I think we're all glad as well that even though the temperature's dropped here, I don't think we really can be complaining too much. The sun has been shining. We had lovely temperatures throughout the day. Things just starting to wind down here across Four Ways. We've had a great day, haven't we? So roll on tomorrow, Chris. Back to you.
Thank you very much to Rob Pritchard and to Matty over there at the Cross Four Ways. Well done to Kieran Clark and Andrew Johnson, the winner of the final race of the day for number 2, Dave Molyneux and Dan Sale. Give you the running order then. 69, Greg Lambert, Andy Haynes in 3rd, Rod Bellis, Glenn Dawson in 4th. On the 4 bike, 92, Jay Cerise and Shane Perry. They came home in 5th, and 6th position for number 11, Patrick Carls and Vincent van der Hoyter. So today, wins in race 1 for Will Loader in the 350 Classic, and number 1, and then first place in the 250 Classic was Owen Monaghan. In the 1100cc race, a win for Andy Hornby. In the Junior Superbikes, a win and a nearly lap record for Grant Thompson on the 600. And in the sidecars, again getting close to that lap record, number 9, Kieran Clark and Andy Johnson, they took the win. Just a reminder, the roads around the Motorrad Billown course are still closed until the roads open car, which is not the road sweeper, goes past your location, okay? The roads are still closed until the roads open car goes past your location. We will be back on air with the team from 1 o'clock tomorrow until 6 o'clock. And like Rob says, 6 races in all. Thank you very much to all our team. Thanks to Simon. Thanks to Ed here. Thanks to the tea lady sorting out the tea for us for the rest of the day. We'll be back tomorrow from 6 o'clock. From 1 o'clock. Thank you very much to Ben Hartley back in the studio, and we'll hand back to him and Manx Radio Motorsport.